gas stations are known for having some of the worst food on the planet. Sure, it's cheap and easy to grab on the go, but the chances of it making you sick seem pretty high. However, I've recently learned that there are some gas stations with full-on hidden restaurants inside them, allegedly serving up delicious food. I'm not quite sure I believe that, which is why, in this video, I'll be eating at a few gas station restaurants and putting them to the test to find out once and for all if the best food in town is somewhere you'd least expect. Alrighty everyone, I've made it to the first spot of the day, and hidden inside this unassuming Shell gas station is a restaurant known as Montes Burrito. Established in 1998, as the name suggests, they specialize in burritos. But apparently they do take things up a notch by using homemade flour tortillas, which I don't think you'd expect from a place like this. To be honest, a gas station burrito sounds like the thing that would make me aggressively sick. But the thing is, the most common type of restaurant found in a gas station is a Mexican spot. I'm not entirely sure if that serves as a guarantee for the food being good, but I am about to find out. Ooh. Y'all, I think this is it. After walking past the typical gas station interior, I was surprised to see a full restaurant counter with an open kitchen, actual seating, awards on the wall, and even a line of people waiting to order. Now it appears they do have quite a few different options to choose from, and although I am not a detective, I can only assume that the thing to get here is the burrito bearing the restaurant name, so that's what I'm gonna get. I'll admit, I was a bit hesitant to place my order at first, but I figured there had to be a reason these types of restaurants are in gas stations everywhere. See, Mexican food, at least in the US, has always met people where they worked and traveled. From taco trucks pulling up to job sites, to the women selling food in the plazas of San Antonio over 100 years ago. It seems like the gas station is just the newest version of that. Alright everyone, my burrito has officially been ordered, and while I wait, now is about time to let y'all know that I'll be judging every place I visit today based on two very simple things: how much the food costs, and how tasty it is. All to find out whether or not these restaurants are actually gas. Yeah, I know that was bad. I'm gonna go get my food now. Awesome, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Ladies and gents, I am back in my car because unfortunately, the restaurant is a little tiny and I felt awkward doing a food review in there. But don't worry, the burrito has been acquired. I would like to eat this before it gets cold, so let's unwrap this thing. Okay, not too shabby. Again, the one I got is their Montes burrito, which I believe is classified as a breakfast item since it comes with bacon, sausage, egg, cheese, and potatoes. They also gave me two different salsas to use. We got a green one and a red one. In total, this burrito came out to around $5.49. When I take into account the portion size, I feel like that's not too bad of a price. Although this burrito does look and smell good, at the end of the day, it still is just a burrito from a gas station, so I'm not entirely sure why people rave about it so much, but there's only one way to find out. Let's give this a try. Gonna go with the red salsa first, since I think this is the less spicy one. Pour a little on top. Cheers. Okay. Now I want to try with the green salsa. Hey, yo, this is actually really good. I am quite surprised. See, normally I'm not actually the biggest fan of breakfast burritos because I feel like they tend to be too eggy most of the time. That is not the case with this breakfast burrito. Somehow you can still taste all of the individual ingredients. The bacon's nice and crispy, the eggs are fluffy and seasoned well, it's got the meatiness of the sausage buried somewhere in there. And you can't forget the homemade tortilla. It's thin, soft, and not overly chewy like the store-bought ones. I really did not think I would like this, but I am very pleasantly surprised. This would genuinely be a great breakfast to grab on the go on your way to work. Well, there you go. I absolutely crushed that. Now that I am officially done with my meal, it is finally time to decide whether Montes Burrito is gas or a pass. Y'all like that? Pretty proud of myself, because it rhymes. Based on the fact that the burrito was solid, the salsas are great, and like I said before, the handmade tortillas make a huge difference. Personally, Montes Burrito is most definitely gas. Some of y'all might think I'm hyping them up too much, but at the end of the day, $5.49 for that, that's a great deal no matter how you look at it. So I've now made it to a pretty interesting restaurant known as John's Backyard Grill. It's in the back of this Chevron. Apparently this place has been around since 2008, and a bunch of different Dallas magazines have written articles about them. But despite the many accolades, the reviews are quite divisive, with Todd calling the place an overpriced, smelly ripoff, Daniel saying that the meat was dry, the lettuce was limp, and that it was barely edible, not to mention some reviews that were so bad, they got removed for breaking Yelp's terms of service. So is eating here a good idea? I'm not entirely sure, but like always, it's better to let the food speak for itself. Hello, how do I get to John's? Oh, just back there? Okay, cool, thank you, appreciate it. Now, according to my sources, aka the internet, the most interesting thing about John's isn't the reviews or the awards. It's that the gas station they're in has completely changed names since they opened. What's currently a Chevron used to be a Shell, yet John's has stayed the exact same. So I can confirm, it does look like this place has been here for a while. The inside honestly gave off more of a dive bar vibe than a restaurant, with the sheet metal walls, a little bar lined with stools, and a menu with way more options than you'd expect. Now I believe the thing to get here is their Mexican burger, which costs a little over $9, kind of on the expensive side if you ask me. And according to D Magazine, it's recommended to get the burgers here medium rare with an extra slice of cheese. So I placed my order, and of course, I had to pay using my beautiful Chime card, especially because when I go out to eat, I get cash back. If you don't know what Chime is, they're actually America's #1 choice for banking, offering a smarter way to manage your money. Plus, they're also the sponsor of today's video. Thank you. With the Chime card, you also get 5% cash back in a category of your choice, whether it's groceries, gas, dining, travel, and more. You can even change the category every month to fit your lifestyle. Obviously, I chose to get cash back on food because I be eating. Chime also lets you get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit, and your funds are FDIC insured through Chime's bank partners, so you can rest easy knowing your money is secure. Right now, you can get up to a $350 bonus with Chime exclusively through my link down in the description box below, or this QR code on screen. Again, that's up to a $350 bonus plus 5% cash back with Chime, so make sure you use my link down in the description or by scanning this big old QR code. Boom, ad read over, and y'all, my burger has been acquired. Now, in case anyone is wondering where I'm suddenly at, well, it turns out that this restaurant actually has like this huge outdoor patio area behind it. I was not expecting this from a gas station, but I do understand why the place is called John's Backyard now. I found the backyard. I also want to mention that it does not smell like a dump inside or outside of this place, so I'm not entirely sure what the heck Todd was on, but I feel like he was mad for no reason. Anyways, here we have John's Backyard Grill's Mexican burger. The burger itself comes with pepper jack cheese, pico de gallo, avocado, lettuce, tomato, mayo, and jalapeno. Honestly, when I first saw the price, I did think it was a bit expensive, but after seeing everything that it comes with, that price does make a lot more sense. Oh, and it also comes with a heaping portion of seasoned fries, which I most definitely have to try, like, right now. Cheers. Oh yeah, those are some very yummy fries. They are seasoned beautifully, and I was not expecting them to be lemon pepper flavored. That is very tasty. I do wish they were a little crispier since they're more on like the potato-y side, but flavor-wise, these are fantastic. Now let's try this burger. Bro, this thing is huge. Again, when I take this into account, the price, not so bad. Now, although this exceeds all expectations from what you'd imagine a gas station burger looking like, I am very curious how it compares to all of the other burgers I've tried in this city. Let's find out. Cheers. Dude, not only is this burger spot on, but I don't think I've had a burger with like this much stuff going on in it. The first thing I want to note, and I'm not sure why I didn't notice this just by looking at it, but even though the burger itself is quite large, I guess the patty was smashed because it has that nice like crispy texture to it, which I am a big fan of. Smash burger supremacy all the way. The mayo avocado combo adds richness to the entire thing, and the pico tastes super fresh, adding that nice touch of acidity. Look at that. I'm spitting right now. Suddenly I can describe food. Now my one critique is that I did ask for it medium rare, but as y'all can see, it's not. I feel like I can give them a pass on that though because the meat is still super juicy. Overall, very solid, and I think I might have found my new go-to burger spot. Whew. Okay, based on the fact that I pretty much devoured this entire thing, I believe it's safe to say that this is a great burger. With that being said, despite how delicious the food here is, this all by itself is not the only reason why John's Backyard Grill has been alive for so long. It's really the people running the place. See, for every bad review, there's like 10 other good ones from customers who've been coming here for years, with their reason for sticking around being very obvious. If I haven't made myself clear enough, John's Backyard Grill is most definitely gas. So I finally arrived at the next location, and inside the Valero behind me is a place known as Tropical Fingerlicking Restaurant. I promise, I am not joking, that is the actual name of this next restaurant. Anyways, there is absolutely no information online about when this restaurant first came to be, so all I know is that they specialize in African cooking, and they have a perfect 5 stars on Google. I've only had African food one other time in my life, but I do know that the dishes themselves are very difficult to make. How it's possible to run a restaurant like this out of a gas station? I have no idea, but let's go find out. Not only is this place inside a gas station, it's also right next to a tire shop. Never seen that before. Hello. Is this where the Tropical Fingerlicking restaurant is? Yeah. Oh, it's over here. Okay, cool. Hello. So unlike Montes and John's, the restaurant setup here was a bit different. Maybe it's because the entire gas station as a whole was smaller than the others, but I noticed there was no seating, and instead, they operate on takeout only. As for the food, rather than having like a gigantic menu, it seems like you just grab what you want out of this glass case, which is very convenient. I did ask for recommendations though, since I'm still fairly new to African food, and I wanted to make sure I got the good stuff. Once that decision was made, the total came out to around $32, which definitely is the most expensive meal I'm having so far. Hopefully it's worth it. All right, everyone, the food has been acquired, and I'm gonna say it right here, right now, my car smells so good. Now, the dude at the restaurant, who I believe may also be the owner of the place, was extremely nice and recommended that I get their suya, which, for those of y'all who don't know, suya is a traditional Nigerian dish dating back centuries, consisting of smoke-grilled spiced meat on a skewer, and it's literally one of the most popular dishes across West Africa. I did not get this dish the last time I had African food, so I am very excited to try it for the first time. So without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. Dude, what? I have so many different thoughts racing around my brain right now. I cannot believe what I'm holding in my hands is coming out of a gas station. This is crazy. As y'all can see, this suya looks absolutely delicious, and I actually got 2 different types. Over here, we have the beef suya, and over here, pork suya. I'm pretty sure the restaurant also sells other traditional African dishes like egusi soup and fufu. However, I think you have to order it ahead, which does make sense since that would be quite difficult to make and maintain inside a gas station. Anyways, that's enough yapping. It is time to give this suya a try. First things first, let's try the beef suya. Gonna go ahead and stab it with this little toothpick. Cheers. I am so confused right now, guys. That's good. I'll admit, when I first picked up a piece with my toothpick, I thought it was gonna be dry, but it's surprisingly super tender, packed with spices that I would not be able to name, but is delicious. And the outside of the meat has like a really nice char to it. Not bad for my first bite. Now let's try the pork. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh yeah, this is a way bigger bite than before. Why is that also good? This makes 0 sense. Just like the beef, the pork suya has so much flavor. I'm tasting peppers, onions. It's got a good amount of salt to it. It's very meaty, which I like. I mean, you can literally see the spices on the meat. My only critique is that it's a little drier than the beef. However, that's not like a make or break. It's still like really good. I genuinely have absolutely no idea how this dish came out of a gas station and why. You know what? Let's go find out. I'm back. All right, everyone, so I am now here with
Bovet Maloba. This is Tropical Fingerlicking Restaurant.
So I have a few questions for you. First things first, do you make the food in the gas station? Because that's what has been confusing me the entire time.
Yes, we make it right here. You can see we have our oven there. Yeah, we make everything right here.
That is insane. I honestly thought you like made it at like a different kitchen and you brought it in. That is super impressive that you make it out of a gas station.
Yeah, and I make it myself.
Wow. Next question then, why did you decide to open up a restaurant in a gas station? Because normally when you think of food in a gas station, it's not like the best. Why did you choose to make a restaurant here of all places?
Okay, I'm trying to sell a culture. So this is tropical food, and tropical food is not very popular in America. So how do I take it to the people who have to come to where everyday people come easily, like this, a gas station. I know everybody moves into the gas station. So that's my own way of bringing tropical food to the people.
Got it, dude. That is amazing. Well, that is all the questions I had. It was so nice meeting you. The suya was absolutely amazing. I hope the restaurant flourishes.
Let me salute the viewers. I can see my brother is from Asia. I love Asian people. What I need, those who are from China, what I need. What I chung means what jao awe. What I chung ren. All like jelly. It's fun. Ayo, it's fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I think at this point, he might be more Asian than I am. All jokes aside, I think it's obvious where I stand on this one. Tropical Fingerlicking Restaurant for sure has my approval. All right, everyone, so I am now in the car with my beautiful girlfriend, Carrie, and we are currently on a mini road trip, driving about an hour out to eat something that 99% of people say you should never get at a gas station, but I'm doing it anyways. Carrie, do you think this is a good idea, what we are currently embarking on?
Personally, no. It's not my first choice.
Are you willing to try it?
Yes. I wouldn't be driving with you if I wasn't willing.
Oh, really? I brought you along just in case I get sick.
Oh, good. So we'll just get sick together.
Hey, that's couple goals right there. Genuinely, I have no idea what to expect out of this next restaurant, but we will see y'all there. Ladies and gents, I have finally arrived at the one and only Bristol General Store. Located in Bristol, Texas, this unique convenience store gas station combo has been around since 2006 and is famous for, drumroll please, sushi. That's right, I drove all the way out here just to eat gas station sushi. Now, like I said in the car, 99% of people will probably tell you never to eat sushi from a gas station. However, the interesting thing about this place is that they've actually been featured on the Texas Bucket List TV show as one of the things you gotta try. Truthfully, I am very nervous about this one, but nothing's disappointed me so far, so fingers crossed this will not either. Let's go inside. So I'm really not sure what I expected a gas station famous for sushi to look like, but it wasn't this. Oh, whoa. Inside, it was everything you'd expect from a regular country store. Shelves of chips, fridges filled with drinks, motor oil, cigarettes, normal. Then, out of nowhere, you see a lady making sushi. This is like totally unexpected. Now, before I place my order, I think y'all should know how sushi ended up in a gas station like this in the first place. See, back in 2006, a couple from South Korea wanted to open up a regular old sushi restaurant, but couldn't afford one. What they could afford was this place. Then for the next 15 years, the sushi from this spot kept getting amazing reviews until the original couple decided to retire. But instead of shutting the place down or selling it to some restaurant group, they sold it to two of their regulars. A couple that loved the place so much, they bought it to keep it alive. Clearly this place means a lot to the people out here, but I still gotta know whether the sushi lives up to the hype. After placing my order, I was told to walk outside into the building next door where their dining room is. And after waiting there for just a short while... Hello.
How are y'all doing?
Fantastic, how are you?
Doing excellent.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gents, the gas station sushi has been acquired. I'm scared to open this. All right, so here we have their rattlesnake roll, which was recommended to me. And over here, 5 pieces of tuna nigiri. Carrie, based on first impressions, what do you think of the sushi?
I don't know if it's just because I'm really hungry, but I think it looks pretty good.
First up, I want to try the roll that was recommended to me, called their rattlesnake roll. According to the menu, this is filled with crab, avocado, fried shrimp, cream cheese, and jalapenos before finally being topped with eel sauce. Cheers. I feel like this video is basically gonna be a compilation of me just being surprised because this is quite good. This is pretty much like a Philly roll because of the crab and cream cheese, but there's also jalapeno in here, which adds a nice little kick. The spice from the jalapeno also pairs pretty well with the eel sauce since that's kind of sweet. Overall, this is a roll I did not mind spending $10 on. Now it's time to try the tuna nigiri. I'm very curious how this is gonna taste because normally when I go to like a fancy sit-down sushi spot, nigiri is like my go-to order. And unlike that rattlesnake roll, this time there is no hiding behind sauces or extra toppings. All that matters for this bite is the rice and the fish. We are literally in the middle of nowhere. How on earth did they get fresh tuna? I don't care. You gotta try this. What you think?
Honestly, that's pretty good.
The actual cut on the tuna is not sliced in the way you'd see at a 5-star sushi restaurant, but flavor-wise, everything's good. It's a generous portion of tuna. The fish itself was tender. The rice, although not perfectly packed, still had that tiny bit of sweetness. I really wasn't mad about it. This is for sure better than what you'd find at like a grocery store. Now, at the same time, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Is this the best sushi I've had in my entire life? Obviously not. I did not expect it to be. But if we take into account that this is coming from a gas station in the middle of nowhere, at that point, it's pretty impressive. Honestly, going into this little gas station experiment, I thought I was making a big mistake. But now I'm starting to think myself and many others have judged these places way too fast. Maybe opening a restaurant in a gas station isn't the first choice, but people do it because sometimes it's the only way in. A way into a new city, a new cuisine, or even just a way to help the local community. Regardless of the reason, I think I have to start visiting restaurants like this more often.